Colorado family, simple and easier said than done. We lost this game because we weren't ready. No excuses. Unacceptable loss. And before I start, let me just say congratulations to the Houston Cougars for being a better team, for having more heart on that field, for having more respect for their culture, having more respect for their coaches, for their families, and for their way of life. Much respect and a salute to all those great players at Houston Cougars. At the end of the day, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to be a Boulder fan to the end of it. I'm just being very honest with you guys. I told y'all, even if Coach Prime leaves, I'm going to be a fan of this. I like the underdog story, and y'all already got me hooked. But let's throw the playbooks and everything out the way. Robert Livingston and Coach Pat, are y'all trying to sabotage Deion Sanders? Is Coach Prime being sabotaged? First of all, let's start off with the game. The referees. I'm not trying to be a professional whiner or whatever, but the referees, there were 2 different grounding calls you should have called. Miss me with the new rules about at least if it's between the hash or whatnot. There were supposed to be 2 grounding calls. And if we're being specific, really 3, but I'll give the Houston quarterback a pass. But at the end of the day, you guys seem very favorable, that is, to the other team, a little way too much. But that pass interference was a pass interference. Our defensive backs, it's been an incredible journey watching our defensive backs for the last 3 years. You're always going to get a 50-50 with them. You cannot get consistent play from our defensive backs. I pre-warned you guys about this, and I love them. They'll probably play better next week. I'll speak better about them next week, but we have to be honest. This loss is on a lot of people. A lot of folks are culpable, and starting with the fans as well. I've seen too much flip-flopping going on. It's one thing to critique your team. It's another thing to hop off and venture off to another team and pretending you was never part of this. This is why I say we have to have a clean house. But let me be more professional on my criticism and analysis. So first half, if you guys notice, I uploaded the video, gave you the halftime report. Our defenders somewhat was doing a good job. Really, the defensive line. Much love to that man, you know, Mr. Warren Sapp, whatever you want to call him. Sapp the attack king, Brett Favre's nemesis. But Warren Sapp should be the defensive coordinator in control. I don't know what his experience is like, but I know he has passion. The fire he has put on that defensive line is a culture shift. You see it, bro. They only could hold up for so long. They couldn't contain when you're not getting help from your linebackers. Year number 3, and we still can't tackle. Now, you guys are going to tell me they got 54 new players. So the hell what? Every year we have a lot of new players. A lot of teams have a lot of new players because of this new atmosphere in college football. Deal with it. That's not going to be an excuse. They're still football players. You know what I mean? Miss me with the excuses of that. And I got so much to go off, but we're going to do this one video right here and so much other ones because there's a lot of fraternizations with different organizations going along with those coaches. It's not allegations. It's a clear sign. The DMs that I'm getting. So before I get off on some of these other players and positions like the defensive backs, Robert Livingston, what do you got going on, bro? We coddled you for 3 years, really. We hyped you up when you really was like a Rudy story, but I don't believe in the Rudy story. I like it. I love it. It's a great movie. But in reality, pick yourself up. The world ain't going to cry for you. And Robert Livingston, we've been calling Pat Schumer out for a minute now, but you need to get the hell out the way, bro. Your calls are predictable as well. How come your guys are never prepared? This is the 3rd defense that's not prepared. So I need to ask a question. What was going on during Coach Prime's absence? What was going on during this? Because I'm not going to blame guys like Marshall Faulk. I'm not going to blame Warren Sapp. I'm looking at the actual coordinators who are in charge, and that's Pat Schumer for offense, and that's you, Robert Livingston, for defense, because your defensive guys are horrible. They're out of shape. This is the 3rd week in a row where they made the quarterback of the opposite team look like Mike Vick. Don't let that go over your head. Like, literally, bro, the rushing game has been immaculate against Colorado football. It's unbelievable how you guys at your age forgot how to tackle. You don't wrap up. I mean, I even critiqued Shiloh for doing that. I said Shiloh was better off in the NFL than college. Simply, when you wrap up, that's a fundamental thing that actually helps. In the NFL, you don't really have to wrap up much. You position yourself accordingly, you get a proper hit, and that's it. But in college, we treat it just like college basketball. It isn't street ball. It isn't your professional leagues. You have to be fundamentally sound. It takes high IQ and intelligence. Not saying our guys don't have intelligence. I think their IQ is superb, past a lot of the college football players out here. For the third year in a row, Deion Sanders has broke records. His players are top in the country when it comes to academia. So that's not even a question if their IQ is high or not. It is. This is why my thing is, why weren't you guys prepared? You're clearly out of shape. A lot of you guys forgot how to tackle. Now let's get back to the offensive line. I give you props here and there, but it's like you guys are out of shape as well because you were doing good in the first half. I didn't give no excuses and blame the offensive line. But after the second half, you guys regressed it in every single way. Only one guy that really uplifted that line, and it was Jordan Seaton, man. He made Simeon Price look like a second coming of, what's my guy who played for Jacksonville for many years out of UCLA? Man, he's a commentator now. Man. Maurice Jones-Drew, I think I can't say his name properly, but y'all help me in the comment sections. He's a short running back who was phenomenal. And Simeon Price, he's wasting his talents if you want me to keep it real, because I seen one guy have a proper assignment and he pulled the entire line while opening up lanes for our running backs, and that was Jordan Seaton. He will be top 5 in next year, well, not this upcoming draft, but the year after that. He will be top 5. No NFL team is going to pass up on that. 6'6", 6'7", and you're a load, and you're damn near athletic enough to play a defensive position if we're being for real. So it's a lot of blame to go, but Coach Prime, I got to talk to you. I love you, Coach. Regardless of what I'm about to say about you right now, it is what it is, because I'm not going to stop riding for you. I'm not going to stop defending you. It's mano a mano. You did a lot on a lot of us in our lives growing up, and especially at Lester H. White Boys and Girls Club. But Coach Prime, this soft coddling with, I'm going to take that little bit of it back. I don't know what you do when the cameras are off. But one thing I know, ain't no more waiting for a Rudy moment. Man, this ain't nothing against Ryan Staub or anything like that, but get rid of these coaches or demote them like you did Sean Lewis. Because you did the same thing to Sean Lewis when he became predictable, but at least Sean Lewis' offense was averaging damn near 40 points a game. If we're being for real, I don't like Sean Lewis because he's a predictable dude who did the agent thing, that type of predictable prediction. But as an offensive coach, he's walking miles ahead of Pat Schumer right now. If we're being for real, and we get to see how phenomenal Shedeur Sanders really is. We get to see in every single moment what the value of Shedeur Sanders really was to this program. But you heard all the so-called scouts or wannabe scouts at the lowly ESPN and all these pundits and all these haters who don't know football. You see how they misinterpret what Shedeur really was, but that's going to fly over their heads. But look, our 3 quarterbacks, we're in a situation now. Ryan Staub is getting attention. So even if he's benched or not, there is a team somewhere in Division I university that's going to pick him up. So we know even if he stays as a starter or not, he's going to get money thrown at him. So he's gone, if we're being for real. And Coach Prom said he'll help Staubs if he did choose to leave Colorado University. So we know he's leaving, bro, and I have nothing against Staub, but his value is up right now. So they know, like I know, if you're an aficionado, it's easy to critique Staub. That one throw he did where he just threw it up, it's like he got frustrated. You don't do that at all. Show proper discipline. But the receivers were dropping balls, man. Like Ryan Staub stayed in there. He had to deal with that offensive line. And I'm not trying to over critique them. They had some good moments during this game, but it seems like a one-man show with the offensive line. But Ryan Staub is going to leave. Caden Salter might be able to get an extra year, if I'm not mistaken. This is factual. Look at the percentage and look at the situation of the new rules. He can get a waiver and he'll get that extra year because he too, his feelings are hurt after this. I warned about this. I mean, I think Prime did the right move. He did the best move for the team. As a leader, you got to take it. But I did warn. Now you got Juju Lewis over here. He doesn't care if he's 17 years old. Hell, he's going to be 18 on the 21st. So stop saying he's young, this and that. He played in the Georgia high school system. He is ready for this football game. And what did I say? It should be between Ryan and Juju. But here's the thing. Now Juju head is spiraling. You really don't think these other coaches are calling these players up, calling their uncles, calling their fathers up? You think the FBI and the agencies of the college game and fraternity or the good old boys club, you think they're really following everybody? Who you think helped the system be what it was before the NIL, prior to this new college system? But you don't understand that, so it's going over your head. So right now, we are in a quarterback dilemma because I guarantee all three will not be here next year. And I'm going to ride for Colorado football. I love us, but I don't lie about what's going on. So stop thinking I'm not a good supporter because I'm actually doing proper criticism while being respectful, because I'm going to die and ride for this team. Let me knock on wood. I don't mean that literally, but figuratively speaking. I like this team. We've been through this before. When we won those 4 games only and lost the rest, you think I gave up on them? No, I believe in us. But I really believe the players did not work out. The players did not get in top shape. And this is unacceptable in every single way, bro. This was an embarrassment tonight. And if you're a Colorado supporter or Coach Prime supporter, hold us accountable. In fact, I'm telling you, people, hold me accountable if I ever step and fetch, or if I decide to glaze too much and I tell lies. I'm not telling no lie. I'm going to be honest about the situation. This is a wild one. It's unbelievable how people can reward this type of average behavior. This is year number 3, and I predated and warned you guys I'm gonna be more harder on Colorado because clearly they weren't hard on themselves. They showed no heart, no grit, no chemistry, no unison, however you want to say it. They were not a team today. It was a lot of eyes and teams over there. And I told you, those defensive backs, man, they've been getting burnt all season. They might have an interception here and there, but it came at a cost. Look how much yardage they gave up. But you'll gloat them because the highlights only show the good parts. Because a lot of you guys, you don't watch the football games. We know 98% of the haters don't understand football and they don't watch football. But let's be real about Colorado supporters. A lot of you guys just watch the highlights. So you'll come in the comment sections and criticize me, but I'm watching the games. I'm enjoying it. I'm being all part of it. I've never stopped for multiple years now. But yeah, here comes you who don't really follow and you don't know what's going on, politics or not politics. You just come here to be the biggest cheerleader, which is not a problem to be a great supporter, but it is a problem when you embarrass us with your lack of knowledge. Is not a problem, but a lack of knowledge with an egotistic point of view, meaning that you want to criticize guys like me who are true supporters who actually follow, but you'll come and critique me and you don't know what's going on. But we got to manage this quarterback situation. I'll be doing a separate video about it because it's a big problem now. And I blame Pat Schumer and I blame Robert Livingston, but particularly Pat Schumer. Ladies and gentlemen, if you like this video, let me know how you feel about it. I'm your guy, DJ Bless One, the best one. Like, share, comment, and subscribe.
I've been broke so many times.